everything in our power to reach an agreement until the very, very end. But to be clear, we will not sacrifice, never sacrifice, the EU's long-term economic and political interests for the sole benefit of the UK.
Okay, Marina Prentoulis is a senior lecturer in media and politics at the University of East Anglia, and she joins us now from Athens. Thanks so much for being with us. We were listening to Michel Barnier's comments earlier, actually, not just what he said there, and he said he's still hopeful. Now, he may be hopeful, but it was hard to see where any hope would come from, given what he cited in their discussions earlier today.
I totally agree with you. We know that this type of deals take quite a lot of time. And in Britain, there was a discussion about the Canadian deal and the EU. But this deal took 5 years. In the process, it changed quite a lot. And then it had to be rectified by the different parliaments. So it is very, very difficult to have a deal at this stage. I mean, the initial timeline, it was in October, to have the deal reached in October, so there is some time in order to pass through the different parliaments. And this doesn't seem to be possible anymore. Now, apart from that, there are a lot of different concerns and different areas that they have Britain and the EU to negotiate, like fisheries, like state aid, like expecting the standards and the rules of the single market. And again, what we see is that Britain seems not to be able or not wanting to comprehend that if it wants a deal, it has to respect certain rules that they have to do with the single market. This was the case in the past. There is nothing new there. All these are things that we have been expected throughout this process. So it is very, very difficult, I think, at this stage to have a deal before 31st of December.
And it sounded initially like the UK almost thought it could just, copy and paste the Canadian deal onto the EU and somehow under pressure it would be accepted. But it really is not that simple. And now it's coming to crunch time. So is the UK looking at that hard Brexit, and could the economy even withstand the shock, given what it's already facing, with the pandemic's damage?
And you're absolutely right, because Britain was talking a lot, or the British government, was talking a lot about this Canadian deal, but a lot of the things that they were said about this deal, they are not really able to apply in the British case. First of all, it is a deal that it doesn't get rid of all tariffs, as a lot of the governmental media or the government official suggest. There are still some tariffs, for example, in terms of meat or eggs.
Right.
And so there are a lot of things that they have been misrepresented in Britain. Now, as you said, we have to think of the bigger environment where all this is happening. And Britain has been hit quite a lot, as all other countries. Of course, there is going to be a global recession because of the pandemic. Now, having on top of that, leaving the EU in December without a deal, it's going to create a lot of problems. And there are specific problems as well that they will have to do with Britain. One of these, it has to do with the Irish border. In the past, the British government, at the last minute again, it accepted that there will be an Irish border. Now, if we have a no deal, there are a lot of implications in terms of that, which possibly the British government doesn't want to think, but they will have very serious political implications for Northern Ireland. Mm-hmm. So it is not as simple as you said. And if we think the general economic environment, it's going to be very, very hard for Britain.
Very, very hard. How bad, though, can it be? Because this is unprecedented, what we're all experiencing right now, and it is just as hard for the UK as far as job losses are concerned, the drop in GDP. If they add the loss of the European Union economic agreements as well, what is going to happen to the UK?
Well, a lot of the projections show that from all European countries, Britain is going to be the country which is going to lose most in terms of the GDP and so on. So it's going to be really, really bad for Britain. Now, the question is, apart from being bad, is how long it will take to recover. And there are different projections, but of course, nobody knows where this is going to go. So it is a very serious situation for the British economy. And I don't think this is a government that they really want to deal with this situation. This is very, very unfortunate, and I'm really worried about Britain.
Okay, Marina, we're going to have to leave it there. Thanks so much for being with us from Athens. We appreciate it.